Now, why do people want to control our lives? They seem like good, patriotic Americans. It's not like they're all evil people, the people who want to do such things. See people who have a socialist kind of agenda. It's because they think they know better than the rest of us. It's because they want the rest of the world to be good, kind, fair. You hear a lot of that kind of talk from the administration. It's fair. I'm doing this tax not because it's going to raise more money. It can actually raise less money when you raise capital gain taxes. I know that, but it's more fair. Well, look, we have our own sense of fairness in this country, and we got it from some pretty damn good sources, because we hold that truth to be self-evident. All men and women are created equal. We are endowed with certain inalienable rights that we got endowed from our Creator. We have a right to life, to liberty, and to a pursuit of happiness, and we don't want somebody else telling us how to run our lives, how to pursue happiness. We are a people who have principles, and the principles that I just talked about, obviously are recognizable to all of you and anyone in America, and that is the Declaration of Independence, those principles that were articulated and signed and committed to by our founding fathers in 1776 on this day, are principles that endure today, but they're getting chipped away, and we can't let that happen. They're getting chipped away in the name of fairness, in the name of what's good for the common good, but not necessarily good for the individual. Well, this country was founded on the strength and the ingenuity and the creativity of the individual. That's where we get our strength from. I'm going to read a little bit. I don't like reading in speeches, but I'm going to read a little bit from Calvin Coolidge. I read this on the Heritage Foundation website recently. President Coolidge, in a day on July 5th in 1926, said this about the Declaration. We live in an age of science and of abounding accumulation of material things. These did not create our Declaration. Our Declaration created them. The things of the Spirit come first. Unless we cling to that, all our material prosperity, overwhelming though it may appear, will turn into a barren scepter in our hands. If we are to maintain the great heritage which has been bequeathed to us, we must be like-minded as the fathers who created it. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We have these inalienable rights endowed by our Creator. From those founding principles, and with a dogged determination to be free and to be individual, to have our own thoughts, to not be engineered by government, by society. Within that kind of a construct, we will continue to be a prosperous nation, to continue to have the best health care on the planet, to continue to have the best economy. We can bounce back from this. The economy that we're in right now, as difficult as it is, the unemployment numbers that we just saw come out, despite the fact that we were told if we signed a big stimulus plan, it would only go up to 8%. It's now 9.6%. Despite all of that, the jobs will be created. If you look back a year ago and you look at the economic data, we have a garden variety recession on our hands. There was one big problem, the credit crunch, the worldwide global credit crunch. But that wasn't created by free markets. That wasn't created by Bernie Madoff. We have laws to take care of Bernie Madoff. He's in jail for another 150 years if he lives that long. We have laws to keep people who are criminals from trying to impact negatively or to steal within a free market construct. That's not the problem. The problem is the government was already too involved in our lives to begin with. That's what caused the credit crunch. That's what caused the housing meltdown. Freddie Mae, Fannie Mae, and all that stuff. So because that caused it, it's sort of like now we're looking, we say, okay, now let's try to fix it again. And what are we going to fix it with? The same thing that caused it? It reminds me of that story of the fellow who's looking for something on the ground there, and I walk up to him, I said, gee, what are you looking for? Can I help? He said, I just dropped a quarter. I said, well, all right, well, can I help you look for it? He said, sure, thanks. I said, well, where do you think you dropped it about? And he says, oh, about a block down the way there. I said, well, you dropped it down a block away. What are you looking for it here? Well, because the light's better here. Okay, well, the light's better here. The government is doing the same thing. They're saying, I understand, our political leaders are saying right now, I understand the government, I understand the bureaucracy, I know how that works, I understand how to tax people and how to spend their money. So that's where I'm going to look for the solution. I got news for you. The solution is not in more tax and spend. That's what got us into the jam to begin with. That's what led to the credit crunch. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Let us be free, and we will work our way out of this, each and every one of you, because you're Americans, and you have American ingenuity. God bless you all. God bless you. Keep fighting. Keep fighting.